Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us on the webinar today. We're here to talk about dotloop integrations and how these powerful automations and connections can impact your business. My name is Michael Davidovich. I am with API Nation, and we are a real estate-focused integration platform. We work with customers, vendors, partners of dotloop to get integrations done and enhance how these integrations work. As a result, we quickly became the second most activated integration. And I want to share with you today the power of interconnected applications and the dotloop ecosystem, and show you some real examples that our customers use to automate their flows and automate their connections to help them save time and make money. And then I'll show you the simplicity of setting things up and address any questions that you have. So let's think of kind of the real estate world today, that we are inundated with a number of applications that are being created constantly, but some very bright people out there that are making an app for pretty much anything and everything that we could possibly want to do. And that makes it for exciting times, because anything that you can think of that you need to do as a real estate agent, brokers, or a professional, there's probably an app for that. But that brings some challenges with it. A typical real estate brokerage at this point is running over 40 applications. Just kind of, that's a norm of running your business on a day-to-day basis. And kind of getting your work done, and the productivity that we gained from having all these applications and all these best-of-breed tools kind of shifted the burden on the time that we're now spending transferring this information from one application to another, from this best-of-breed lead-generating application into our transaction management system, into signatures, and so forth, with an average salary of a data entry person hovering around $40,000 a year. We wanted to address that problem. So this is where API Nation come in. So who we are real estate purpose-built integration platform. Hundreds of applications that you as agents and brokers out there use every day are already connected. And there are thousands of syncs that are created on our platform for you to choose and run from. And we partner with technology leaders, companies like dotloop, and help elevate the real estate industry as a whole, and help your agents and your personnel automate their processes, make more money, and save time. We believe that technology leaders and companies that are connected to the rest of the world of applications that you use out there are exponentially more useful. They help the customers win. They create an ecosystem around them. They allow for routine work to be automated and done by the computers. And we here believe that connecting these applications should be, fairly simple. dotloop is an exemplary showcase partner that has created this ecosystem around themselves. They build the platform to allow companies like us to come in and interconnect anything and everything that you could imagine out there into dotloop's product, and extend it with all the tools and features and functions that you use. I want to focus today on just a few of them in the interest of time. And I picked the Google suite of products to use as an example of some of the things that you can do by connecting dotloop. The reason I picked Google is because most of the agents and most of you out there use these products every single day. And while I can demonstrate some CRM connections and some marketing automation systems and email systems and so on, I felt it will probably resonate better if we just focus on some of the tools that everybody out there knows, and then translate that and transplant that into some of these other systems and products that perhaps are a little bit more niche with the smaller audience. So with that, I'll fire up a browser here and show you how all these things actually work. You find all the connected applications to dotloop right here on their homepage. Navigating into integrations and viewing the integration directory. This lists all the applications from lead all the way to close to finances that you could possibly integrate with dotloop. We populated a large number of these applications and powered them up. And I'm going to show you a few of them today by kind of showing the lead all the way down to close process using just some of the Google tools and Google features. So we'll start out with the first one. This is the Loop It for Gmail, and I'll show you how that works. Once installed, inside your Gmail, you'll see a little icon show up right here on your bar in your Chrome browser that basically does one thing. It lets you simply create a loop from any email message that you receive. So here in my inbox, I got an email message. This is a lead, buyer lead, and the moment I opened it up, this panel opened up, letting me populate some information and make a loop out of it. So I choose my profile, where the loop is going to get created. I choose the loop template. This is a buyer lead, so I'm going to do an offer. Populates the loop name directly from the subject. And this is a pre-offer. Some of the information on some leads can get parsed out and pre-populated. In this case, I'm going to type in a few things here. And click a loop button. This will create a loop inside our account. Let's check it out. Here's the loop that I just created. Because I selected a template of an offer, it automatically put in all the contracts and associated my task lists with this loop. I'm going to put some dates around it. Let's say that this offer will be today. It's going to expire in 3 days. And I'll save this loop. To help me manage these important dates, I've created and set up a connection between dotloop and my Google Calendar. You do this here on this page, but I'll show you what it actually does. So here's my calendar, and when I put in the dates in dotloop, the offer date, the offer expiration date, it automatically synced it into my calendar. So I can see that, hey, you know, this today was the offer day on this property, and on Sunday the 17th, this offer expires. Because I have other deals and other loops syncing over, it actually all shows up on my calendar. So I know which properties are what's happening on what day, when it's closing, when there are contract agreements, when I need to renew. At the same time, the tasks that have due dates are also showing up on my calendar. So I know which tasks from my loop, as I fill them out, what needs to happen on what day, and I can quickly check them off. So if this offer needs to get signed by a client on a particular date, let's say tomorrow, when this information is saved, it will be updated on my calendar that this offer by this client needs to be signed tomorrow. let's take a look at the calendar. Here it is. Offer date signed by client, due tomorrow. As you manage your loop, here's a few tools that kind of help you out managing your process. Let's say your loop begins to accumulate some documents. You've uploaded some files, or you have attached some files to your loop, and you've sent them out for signatures, and they're getting signed. One of the things that customers find convenient is they set up the sync over into Google Drive right here. And what it does is real-time backup and transfer between that loop and the files that are uploaded here and what's happening in your Google Drive. So when we created that loop from a lead and put some tasks on it, we used a template, put the documents on top of it, and then we're going into my profiles. Here's my sync, I have it enabled, and here's my profile. And this is the loop that we've created. And you can see that, hey, there's an offer folder, and here's a context sheet that we've attached into the loop right here. And as we continue building these documents and they go out for signatures and they get signed, they're updating real time or near real time inside my Google Drive, and the information is transferring over. If you are an administrator of an account and you have a dotloop Business Plus or one of the team accounts or office accounts and so forth, you actually have access to more than just your own profiles to everybody in your office. What that would look like is, here's an example of a sync for my dotloop admin account, where I have my entire brokerage and all the loops and everything that's happening in my brokerage is being synced real time into my Google Drive, and I can see everything here. It kind of helps you out in case you ever need to find a document. It's right there on your Google Drive. You have it forever. If you're moving an account, and let's say you're moving from one brokerage to another, and you need to back up your dotloop account because you're going to get a new dotloop account and a new brokerage, and you got to get all that information out. This is also a very quick and easy way for you to do that. We actually have a designated backup that will do everything. Back up your loops, back up your documents, contacts, everything you could possibly want into different places on Google Drive, create some sheets for you and things along that side. So you're out there running around and managing your deal and working, and you got to call some people and kind of make things happen and follow up with the buyer. And how do you have all these contacts at your fingertips? Well, one easy way to do it is to sync everything over into your phone, and Google Contacts is a great way of doing it. So as you add contacts into your loops or into your address book right here in dotloop, having a sync with Google Contacts enabled syncs everything over into your phone or into your Google Contact computer. So I'll show you what that looks like. Here's a sync that's running. It's syncing my entire dotloop account over into my Google Contacts. Now you can see I have 77 of them. It's also labeling them the way that they're labeled in dotloop. So if there's a buying broker, well, here's 2 of them. If I mark somebody as inspector, here they are. Here are my buyers. I got 2 of those right here, and they're from my from the different loops inside my account. Makes it pretty nice and easy.
Yep.
There's also lots of automations that you can put on top of this. One of the more popular ones that people tend to love are our MailChimp integration, that you can sync up your contacts with dates and et cetera into your MailChimp, and then set up some automations to send people reminders or birthday emails, Happy New Year, follow up on an anniversary of a deal you did a year ago or 2 years ago or whenever, and kind of stay in touch with the contact database that you're building. So it's not just locked into the system and you got to go figure out what to do. This becomes very actionable. It's right there in your phone. It's synced over into any marketing system or automation system that you want out there, and kind of helps you make more money, get some referrals, ask for those referrals in the consistent way. You don't have to remember to do it because all these things, all these automations are running behind you. One of the secret weapons, so to speak, of the real estate brokerage is a sync over into Google Sheets. We offer a few of those, and I'll show you a couple. There's I actually have a few different syncs set up, and anything that's happening inside my dotloop account is getting synced up real time into these Google Sheets. Like, for example, here's my address book, and it's just being built. It's just a Google Sheet with it's like a spreadsheet of all of my contacts, who they are, what I did with them, and so forth. It's kind of being synced over into my into my sheet. Anybody who's participating in my loops are being synced over into Google Sheet as well, and the loops themselves. So here are the loops that I'm working right now, and as I continue to work them and continue to update them, they sync over into this Google Sheet, and I can kind of quickly find the loop, and okay, so here's the loop statuses pre-offer. Here's the ones that I'm created today or yesterday or so forth. Here's the people that are on them. And whenever the information is updated in dotloop, it's updated in Google Sheets real time. There's a few things that we've seen people do with it, and I'll show you some of them. One easy one, of course, is you can just run reports straight into your Google Sheets. You know, puts a filter on it and say, give me everything that's you know, done. And here we go. I have one, or anything that's pre-offer, and here's all my pre-offers. So that makes it pretty easy. And the information, the statuses and everything here is changed real time. So it's not something that you have to keep modifying. Some brokers take it one step further and they put dashboards on top of it. Let me show you what that looks like. One of our customers put this dashboard on top of the Google Sheet that I just showed you. This is done using, you know, Google Data Studio. It's a free product from Google, and it injects Google Sheets and builds these kind of pretty dashboards around it. And you can run some interesting analytics. You can see how things are going, and pick a different time frame, apply it. All right, how'd you do? You did 20 deals in this time frame. Here's your average commission, total revenue. Here's your top performing agents. Here's your top performing listing agents, geographically where they are, your total revenue. All of this information is being kind of gathered real time. So you have this dashboard running, and the Google Sheet is updating. And as it continues to update, this information continues to refresh, and makes it on a kind of an eye candy you can put up in your office on a big screen, and see how things are going. And that's all powered up directly out of your dotloop. So there's nothing extra special that you need to do. You just keep working in dotloop. Everybody keeps doing their updates, closing their deals, moving it to under contract. All right, that just updated everywhere else. You go to sold, great. You update it everywhere else. Put some dates in, put the pricing into your details, and the information is just flowing throughout the rest of the systems. I know we had very little time scheduled for today, and I think we're at the end of that. So I wanted to show you some of the most useful and most common tools out there. There's a lot more to explore, and then you can do that by visiting the integration directory on the dotloop's website. You can come to apination.com/dotloop and see all the things that we've created and that we've built out there. Would love to work with you if you have questions, or maybe we can help you, or maybe you have an integration that isn't listed on that cheat sheet out there of all the apps. We add 2 to 3 new applications to our system every single week. Reach out to us. You can reach us at hello@apination.com, and would love to help you out. Love to talk to you about your needs and your integrations, and how can we automate the processes for you today. And thank you to the dotloop team for inviting me and to show some of the tools out there, and how dotloop fits into the ecosystem. We love having you as a partner. Take care. Bye-bye.